We could talk about hair all day. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
You look beautiful.
Thank you
I feel
very
very underdressed.
No, you were glamping.
I was glamping early. It's a whole thing. Never mind. No one cares about me. Great to see you.
Thank you.
You know, I was looking. Your resume is insane because basically you've had kind of 3 shows going in the last little bit.
Yeah, it's been really funny.
It's been really, really busy. And you started acting when you were how old?
I started, I guess technically when I was 17.
Yeah.
I did my first job. Yeah, I did this movie called The Unborn. It was the worst thing, the whole
Really?
thing. Yeah, well no, it was an amazing experience, but I embarrassed myself over and over and over again.
Were you nervous?
I was so nervous.
Yeah.
I had never auditioned for anything, film and television before, ever.
But you booked your first audition.
I did.
So there you go.
Right. Well, I had been told, and I'll tell you the secret. The secret I had been told is that if you want to be a good film and television actor, you just have to walk in and mumble all your lines, was what everyone told me. So I did.
I understand that. I understand it in theory. I understand that advice.
Yeah.
Because it comes across real and like you're throwing away the
suppose.
lines and you don't care.
But I literally went in and was like, yeah, you know, like, so-and-so's brother's working the door, do you want to go get a drink? You know, it was like the worst thing ever. I didn't know that at a callback, everybody was going to be in the room, that it wasn't just going to be the casting director.
Right.
And I stood up in this callback and told the director, when he told me what the shoot dates were, that I wouldn't be able to do it because I had a vacation planned.
With your family?
And he looked at me like I was an idiot and stood up and was like, in front of 20 people that I now know were very important, was like, would you rather be in a major feature film or go on a vacation? And I kind of went, wow, I've had it planned for a really long time. And I swear.
Oh my gosh, I love this story.
I swear they gave me the part just to be like, you're an idiot. Here you go.
They
you know,
gave
like,
you the part to see if you'd show up.
honestly, I was like,
They're like, is she going to go on her vacation or is she going to come and do the
for
movie?
real, I did it. Thank goodness.
That's probably why they found you endearing, though, because there's so many people in Hollywood that are just like, oh, sure, whatever, yes, please, I'll do whatever.
I suppose, yeah.
You know?
The secret is just say no and mumble all your lines.
There
That's
you go.
the key.
Play hard to get.
Yes.
That's the moral of this story
Do
today.
it all over your life.
So let's talk about Manhattan. When I first heard the name, I thought it took place in Manhattan.
Manhattan is about the race to build the first atomic bomb at the height of World War II.
It's a period.
It's a period piece,
Yeah.
yes. We start in 1943. You'll first see us. Essentially, there were 2 drafts going on. There was the draft for the soldiers, and then there was the draft for the scientists, who were sort of given a notice at work saying, please show up at this strange location, don't tell anyone where you're going. And they would just disappear, pick up their families and uproot.
Kind of like your first movie.
Yes,
You
exactly.
just show up. You promise it'll be better than your vacation.
Oh my God. Mortification. So they pick up, they bring their wives and their kids, and some of them didn't even bring furniture because they were told they'd have some and they didn't know how long they were going to be there. So our show really is about the scientists building the bomb and the struggles that entails, you know, whether it was for good or for not.
I watched the pilot and it's amazing in that it looks like, and this is what's happening with TV, it's like a film.
It's cool,
It's
right?
like one of those films you see that you go, oh, this is going to be one of those epic movies that cost them like $100 million to make and that kind of thing.
Right. We're not just shooting on a stage. You know, we have one, but there's only really one small set there. We're shooting in real buildings and we're really breathing the air, and it helps create this community.
So House of Cards.
Yes.
There are so many fans of the show that want to know if you're coming back, and I know you don't even know.
I don't know. Please bring me back. No, I have no idea. They don't tell us anything until.
What is that sort of? But as an actor, I mean, I'm assuming you're coming back. I'm just saying you're coming back because you probably
would
hope. They have to really guard these scripts,
Right.
Because there's so much that happens on a lot of these shows, and there's so many twists and turns that there can't be any spoilers.
Right.
So how does that affect you as an actress, knowing that you're gonna get a call in like 3 days, you gotta have the script memorized?
Well, that's not the most nerve-wracking part. I think the hardest part is keeping the secrets if you know them. You know, like I knew the big thing that happens in episode 1 of season 2. I knew about it for quite a long time and had a really hard time keeping it.
Okay, so that's the tough part.
It's so hard, yeah.
So I think people know this, but I just found it fascinating that House of Cards, you were supposed to have like 5 lines or something like that on the show, and
Yeah.
it turned into obviously what it is now.
Right, yeah, when I auditioned for it, the character didn't have a name. She was Call Girl. And then for a long time I had no idea what happened. I was
It's
just
so
like,
funny when you go, like when you have those scripts and
Yeah.
it's like, you want the person to have a real name, because then you're like, that's a real role.
I can't tell you, when I first started, I played eating disorder girl, girl, you know, like
Yeah.
1,000 of those
So this
things.
was Call Girl.
This was Call Girl. It was a different kind
But
of
it's
girl.
House of Cards.
Yeah, it was only supposed to be 5 lines-ish, and then for a long time I had no idea what happened. I was kind of like, they're so good to me, you know, and they are. Yeah, so they decided to bring back Peter Russo, the Peter Russo character, which Corey Stoll did such a beautiful and brilliant.
Incredible actor.
God, crap. We all strive to be that way. No, he's so good. So they decided to expand that storyline and change things about that storyline that they hadn't foreseen. And so they needed a way to bring about his downfall. And they took a massive, massive chance bringing me back. And
You're being humble.
No, I'm not. I'm forever, truly, like, because they really had no reason to believe that I could do anything. You know, I'd done 5 lines, and I had virtually no credits, and I was straight out of drama school. They really, and Bo Williman, our showrunner, was a massive advocate for me.
So when you got the call, like, you're coming back, did you say you had a vacation plan?
I did. I was like, actually, I can't. Please take me back.
I have a vacay plan, you know?
Yeah, no, but it was episode by episode, so I kept feeling like every episode was probably my last one. You know, they were like, we're gonna bring you on for one more, and I was like, oh my God.
So they tell you, or do you get the call?
I would get the call, you know, from my agent or manager being like, they think they're gonna bring you back for one more, and I was like, you know, and then every episode I was like, I was just, you know, I was just so new. I had no idea what I was doing, and I still get like this, but I was kind of like, oh, that was bad. Oh, that line came out wrong. Oh God, my career is over, you know, at every turn, and so I'm forever grateful that they keep putting me on stuff.
No, it's a great show, and I know everybody loves seeing you on it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, but that's incredible. I mean, people hear those stories, you know, it was one line and it turned, and those are rare, really rare.
Yeah.
So I think people hear those stories who aren't in Hollywood and go, oh, that could happen to me. Well, it doesn't really happen that often.
No, but it can. I mean, I truly do feel like if it happened to me, it could happen to anybody. And it was that kind of thing that you hear in school, that you're like that. You know, it's such an impossible thing and an impossible business in a way that you hear that kind of thing and you're like, God, if that could be me. And yeah, so it is possible.
It is. There you go. All right, thanks again.
Thank you.